Some men and officers of the Nigerian Police Force, Edo State Command, were recently promoted from the rank of inspectors to that of Assistant Superintendent of Police, ASP. The Edo State Commissioner of Police, CP Adamu Dankwara, in his address, admonished the newly promoted officers to put their experience to bear in the discharge of their duties.
The Inspector General of Police and the Police Service Commission that deem it necessary to promote you, find you worthy of being promoted to this rank. There is an adage that they said, he who that is given much, much is expected from him. You people now have left the cadre of rank and file, and you have become a full-fledged, gazetted officers of the Nigerian Police. We expected you to must have garnered a lot of experience so that those ones that are behind, you can now be guiding them and putting them through with the experiences that you people have gathered throughout the years. I wish you good in all the endeavors.
On their part, the newly promoted officers said that they were very much ready to serve and take on the responsibility that comes with their new position.
I'm grateful to God for this elevation. Strength today now is a responsibility that we are moving ahead. We will work to grow with our senior officers and they will lead us well. That I know they will do for us. I thank the Inspector General of Police for nominating us for this promotion. And I thank the Police Service Commission for approving the nomination of the Inspector General of Police.
I want to let you know that we are aware of the responsibilities that goes with this new rank. We are also aware of the challenges that also goes with it. But we want to assure you that so long as we live, we are going to learn from our superior officers and we are going to put in our best in order to ensure that we serve Nigerian police and the Nigerian citizen well to the best of our knowledge. We pray that God will help us.
The rank is being given. Who much is given, much is expected of that person. An enormous responsibility has been given to the newly promoted officers. So what is expected of us is that to do our work diligently and to do it without fear of favor and not to trample or a kind of intimidate member of the policy and for a member of the general public. That is what is expected of us.
The promotion of these men and officers of the Nigerian Police Force will serve as a boost to their morale, which in turn would spur them to diligently and efficiently attend to their duties. Imisalami, Rootv News. A one-day sensitization program with the theme Cost of Vandalization, which held in Benin City, the Edo State capital, was put together by the Mary Chapel of the Nigerian Union of Journalists Edo State Council in collaboration with the Edo State Command of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC. The purpose of the event was to sensitize Nigerian citizens on their civic responsibilities with regards to the protection of public facilities against vandalism. Citizens were therefore charged to always display acts of patriotism with respect to public facilities so as to reduce to the barest minimum the vandalization of public facilities.
For today, we have been doing this in the state. We have been sensitizing members of the public. We've gone to so many places, crowded places, to let people know of the importance of protecting critical national assets and infrastructure of governments. And for this, we cannot stay in our offices. We have to go out to the public to engage with communities, with traditional leaders, with religious leaders, to join us in creating awareness. For them to be able to create the awareness, we need to pass the knowledge to them, to enable them cascade and take it down to members of their communities.
for those who vandalizes government properties, public utilities, the fillip for they are doing the wrong thing is the fact of non-intervention by way of punishment or by way of restraint by the authorities that should do so. So doing it and telling them is the way to stop vandalism. And at the bottom of it all is for everybody in society to own public properties. But by the time there is that sense of ownership, that patriotism, vandalism will be reduced to the barest minimum.
Vandalism may result in long-term damage that require continuous maintenance. For example, if public properties such as buildings, parks, street lights, etc. are repeatedly vandalized, the government will need to allocate additional resources for regular cleansing and repairing activities.
There's no need for us destroying the property, even when the government is not giving us what we want. But it's not nice for us to resort to self-help by destroying our own property. It's like you building a house, going back to the same place and destroying it. I don't think it's a welcome development. And I want to use this opportunity again to advise the youth in Edo State to come together so that we will work with the government. In any area that we know the government is not doing well, we can always approach them in the right way, but not by destroying the government property.
One of the trending issues in our society today is the vandalism of public property. It goes to the new second Niger bridge is being vandalized. So my saying that this program could not have come at a better time than now is absolutely incorrect. I want to assure the leadership of the chapel that whatever you are doing today, we are solidly behind you.
So for me, I felt it was proper and timely for us to have a sensitization program to enlighten some of these people who are perpetually involved in vandalizing government property, vandalizing public property. So I decided that I didn't make that decision alone. I had to consult with my group, and we all agreed that we should have an advocacy program, to bring to bear before the society, to renew that commitment on the society, on the need to protect public property.
This event is it's beautiful. It's something that we didn't expect it was going to happen in this form, but because of the hard work we all put in as a chapel, it came to pass and it was very good. We hope to do more. And the fact is, we're breaking boundaries. That's what Mary Chapel is all about. We are doing things differently now in the air school. We want to make sure that as a chapel, we become the leaders of this chapel, and we also give a very good face to journalism and its practice in Nigeria.
As the world all over commemorates this year's International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, the Smiles Africa International Youth Development Initiative, an NGO in Benin, is advocating for media support to create awareness on the negative impact of stigma and discrimination against people who engage in the illicit use of drugs in the society. The NGO, led by Comrade Purpose Iserienrien, paid a visit to the Edo State Council of the Nigeria Union of Journalists on an advocacy rally to commemorate the International Day Against Drug Abuse. While decrying the growing number of illicit drug users in the state and challenges they face daily, the leader of the NGO, Comrade Iserienrien, appeals to journalists to promote respect for human rights in their reportage of laws and policies relating to drug abusers.
In our law today, the NDLA or the police force can arrest anybody when they find a seed of marijuana in your pocket, because the law says possession of drug. It didn't say the amount that makes you either a trafficker or a seller or a user. And law enforcement agencies are taking advantage of that to arrest, extort, and torture people who use drugs. And this too is affecting their human rights and affecting how they assess other treatments. The other one is access to healthcare. People who use drugs are demonized. Even healthcare service. For example, somebody who uses drugs and went to confide to an healthcare service might be surprised that the next day everybody in the whole street knows that this person is taking drugs.
In his response, the Edo State Chairman of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Comrade Festus Alehe, assures of the NUJ's commitment to continually support the NGO in their vision to create awareness on the side effects of hard drugs in the society.
I want to assure you that we are going to give adequate publicity to the side effects of hard drugs. We are becoming very worried, the society as a whole, that so many young ones today take to hard drugs, and they see that as the best way to survive. And we are aware too that hard drugs have led many of these young ones into criminal activities, where they have been arrested and many are in jail. To request the federal government to provide all the necessary equipment and facilities for all the psychiatric hospitals in Nigeria for them to rehabilitate those who are already down with hard drugs.
The theme of this year's International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking is